Okay.
Okay.
Welcome to my super duper mega ultra interesting podcast.
Yes.
And our guest of honor, Alba.
Yes. Hello. Mega ultimate podcast.
Yeah. Anyways, the topic is existentialism.
Okay.
If you do not know what it is, does that anything pop up in your mind?
I think like existential crisis.
Okay.
Something like beyond our understanding.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got.
That's good. That's a pretty good concept you got there. Well, yeah, we can start from there. What is the meaning of life?
Oh.
And I will be explaining that to you.
Okay. You know the answer. Okay, this is good.
No, I don't actually.
Okay.
That is the point, not knowing
Okay.
the answer. Not knowing the answer. Okay.
What is the meaning of life? I think, I've thought about this a lot, kind of. I think it's about learning. I don't know, I feel like you're born and, you don't know anything and you observe the people in your environment, and I don't think we're meant to know everything. I think we get to a certain level of understanding, but I think we're meant to learn as much as we can.
That's good. I like that. I'm gonna get to the boring part because I need to tell you the history behind it, so I'm just gonna read straight from this.
Okay.
Because existentialism is mainly associated with people like Jean Paul. I don't know if you know who that is. French philosopher. Simone, that one feminist.
Okay.
And then Kierkegaard, which is the father of philosophy.
Mm-hmm.
And it started in the 19th century with Kierkegaard. But then it became important in the 20th century. Particularly with World War II and the Holocaust and the Nazis and everybody just started... Everything was crazy back then. Anyways, people started questioning the meaning of life or if it actually had a meaning at all. Anyways, one of the central ideas from Jean Paul was that existence precedes essence. Let that sink in.
Okay.
Philosophers like Plato and Aristotle believe that like everything had an essence, like everything had like a specific set of things that were like necessary for something, to be what it is.
Okay.
So basically you exist before you are anything. I mean, humans at least. You're not born with a purpose, but you like become something over time.
Yeah. I like that.
I don't know how to say this guy's name. Sartre. Anyways, he used like an example of like a knife, and like that a knife is like pre-made, has like a preset use for it before it's made and when it's made. So it has an essence before it's created.
Okay.
So like in like the context of like humans, like we have like no creator, or we could have a creator, but if that creator does exist, he didn't have like a purpose for us. Like that wasn't in the instructions. So in class we mentioned something. The professor said something saying that you exist before you are something, which I already said already. So we don't find meaning, we create it.
I like that. Okay.
So it's not like meaning is like out there waiting for us. It's like something we have to make ourselves, and like something we have to like do with our own choices. But I guess like I was on a roll, guys. Where'd it go?
I'm listening.
Okay, so this idea, I have to say this because like I have requirements.
Yeah.
This idea is persuasive to people because freedom and free will and people like being free, but like we still don't have a predetermined path, so we have like the ability to define ourselves. But there's this thing that philosophers think that freedom is not good for us. We're like condemned by freedom. We are so free that we have so much on us that we start having existential crisis because of our freedom and our free will, which is extremely complicated. Even though like we think we're not free, we kind of are free.
Okay. We
just don't want to be free because it's like too much for us.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's this thing called ennui. I don't know how to say that either. Which is like a mix of boredom and emptiness, and that feeling when you realize you have freedom, but you don't know what to do with it.
Okay.
So instead of like feeling excited by it, it like kind of feels heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Story of my life, guys.
Oh, okay.
Kidding. And there's this other thing called bad faith. It's like when people avoid like their freedom and responsibility. Like when someone says, I had no choice, this is how I am.
Okay.
So like existentialists like argue that like you're always choosing. It's like always your choice. Like even when you pretend you're not choosing or whatever. So this guy named Thomas Flynn says that existentialism is really about like human freedom and the responsibility that comes with it. So that's all he said, apparently.
Okay.
In everyday thinking, or what we might call common sense, people often believe that everyone has a purpose, that there's a right path in life, or that meaning is something we're supposed to discover.
Yeah.
So existentialism challenges that because there's no pre-given path, there's like nothing, no like instructions to live or like have meaning. And yeah. But like not everybody agrees with existentialism. So in class we also talked about like different perspectives. Like this guy, Immanuel Kant, he says that we can't fully know things as they truly are. Like there might be meaning beyond us and that we don't fully understand.
Yeah.
And instead of creating that meaning, we might like need faith to find the meaning, apparently, to this guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So like now the question is like, do we create meaning or do we discover it? Let that sink in.
I'm thinking it.
Let that sink in.
The train is open.
And that's what we're exploring today.
Okay.
So now that I have explained all of this, which is a lot to you, I want to hear what you think about it. Okay. So before anything else, any questions?
I don't think so, no.
Okay. I know it's a lot.
Yeah.
I know it's a lot. Is there anything that doesn't make sense? I mean, it doesn't make sense in general.
Right. But I think I got it. I like the explanations you gave.
Okay, that's good. That's what I wanted. Anything unclear? Nothing? Okay. First question. What makes more sense? Creating meaning or finding it?
I think it makes more sense to create meaning. Because I feel like finding meaning, it could be done through so many different ways. Like, have you ever seen those videos where like people like almost die and like they like they went to heaven and they saw like Michael Jackson, you know, or like it's like some like, can I swear? Like it's some. I don't think he minds. It's some bullshit like that, you know. I think it makes more sense for us to create it because it's like you said, like we don't know if we were created by someone or something, like we don't know it and we weren't given instructions or like a path or anything. So I think it just makes more sense for us to create it. I mean, we're all different people, different lives. It just makes sense for us to create our own paths and whatnot.
Okay, I like that. Interesting. Do you think that level of freedom is like a good thing or a burden?
I did like that point you made about the burden because I never thought about it. Because now that you mention it, it's like we like as humans we can like do whatever we want. Like these societal rules like don't really matter. Like I'm thinking in terms like the U.S. Like okay, I'm a political science major, so
got that.
But it's like if the citizens, if we really wanted to, we could overthrow the government, right? We have that freedom. Like there's like technically nothing really stopping us. Like we could all storm the Capitol, not on some like 2021 shit, but like we could all like storm the Capitol, like overthrow literally all of it. We have the power to do that. We have the freedom to do that, but we don't, right? And I think that's what you were like mentioning earlier, just like we don't want to realize we have that power, so we're just like, oh, like we can't really like do that, you know, we got police and guards and stuff like that, so we don't really have the freedom to do that, but technically we do.
Yeah, we actually do. Can I add a little bit to that? I just want to mention, the question is not for me, but I just want to mention that in PR, there was this governor, Ricardo Rosselló,
Mm-hmm.
and we overthrew him.
Yeah.
We got him out. Like,
Yeah.
all of us got together and we kicked him out. So I think, like, the power of the people is we just gotta get together and just do it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
Yes.
Second question. Have you ever experienced something like what we described, like feeling lost or unsure about your purpose?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, every day, sometimes I wake up in college, I'm like, why am I even here? I could just drop out and, like, go move to another country. But, I mean, yeah, sometimes I really think about, like, does any of this matter? Like, also,
you have free will. You're doing this because you want to.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I could drop out right now if I wanted to.
You could basically do
that. I have woken up a lot and been like, why the hell am I here? On the low.
Oh.
Right.
Would you agree with existentialism? Would you agree that, like, life is meaningless, but actually it does have meaning and we can create it?
I agree. We can create our own meaning. I think that also means that you can create a meaning where, like, your life is worth nothing. Like, you could unfortunately go down that path, you know? I think life is whatever you make it, so whether good or bad. I mean, obviously, you know, things happen and, like, you can be put in awful situations, but I think there are ways to navigate through it. Like, I don't know, hope, I guess. You can always make it out on the other side.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
There's also this thing called nihilism, which is just, like, people that think life is meaningless and, like, they're, like, usually they're bad people, the people who believe in that. But yeah, I just wanted to add that there. Have you ever thought about life this way before? I mean, you already mentioned it, that you've thought, like, about the meaning of life, or is this, like, new to you? But yeah, you said that, so forget this. Do you think most people think about life this deeply, or do you think they avoid thinking about life like this?
Honestly, I think a lot of people avoid it. I think so many, which is unfortunate, because I used to think, like, oh, everyone must feel like this at some point, but I feel like, I don't know, sometimes a lot of people are just, like, NPCs. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's just, like, I've, like, met some people here, like, what I realized moving here when I came here to Rutgers, or, like, just moving to college in general, it's just, like, a lot of people just live life on easy mode, you know? They have everything handed to them, no hardships, no nothing. They don't really think about the meaning of life or how other people are going through it. So I don't think most people think about it too deeply.
Do you think they should have courses to think about the meaning of life?
Yes, I think it should be mandatory. I think, especially here in the U.S., going back to that, it's like a lot of people are living life on easy mode, or they're just not willing to think about how they're being put through, like, so many struggles. Like, how easier their life could be if they just thought about it. Like, thought about within the government, or, you know, their freedoms they have, this and that, whatever. I think these should be required.
Yeah, I like that. Very interesting. Do you feel like existentialism connects to, like, your life in general, like, right now, the state of your life?
I mean, yeah, I guess it's like an up and down type of thing. It's never the same every day, you know. Get a really good day, really bad day, and then that existentialism could peer through more on some days than other days. But I think it's always there, just laying low.
Okay. So, like, weekly existential crisis.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you think this theory, existentialism, do you think it's accurate, or does something feel, like, off? Do you, like, not support certain parts, or is, like, everything, like, does it make sense to you?
I mean, I don't know, in terms of, like, these, like, philosophical theories, like, I feel like there's always, like, a counter to it.
Yeah.
So, I guess there's always some sort of counter.
Okay, good. So moving on to discussion. That was just me asking you questions.
Oh, okay.
But now I'm gonna ask you more questions.
Okay.
So, if we do, like, create our own meaning, are we fully responsible for who we become, or is that level of responsibility, like, too much?
I like that question because I feel like there are a lot of bad people out there who have had really bad, like, childhoods and things like that, and that have, like, turned them into a bad person. But it's like, I feel like a lot of people go through that kind of stuff, but, like, they're able to work through it and, you know, become a good or at least decent person. So I feel like that excuse of like, oh, this person had a bad childhood or whatever, you know, that's why they're a bad person. I think there are ways to overcome it, and you have to like be responsible for it. Like having, you can't be a shitty person just because shitty things happen to you, you know? You have to like own, like, just like take responsibility for yourself, you know, work through these issues, get a therapist, like, you know, there's no reason you should be treating other people poorly just because you were treated poorly. I think that's just not how you should be living life.
That was a really good answer. Wait, we need a clap.
Oh, you have sound effects?
Oh my god, hold on, where are we?
No way!
Wait, hold on.
Are they Discord sound effects? Or like from YouTube? Wow, thank you so much, guys. Thank you to all the viewers listening. Okay.
Stop. Hello?
Right.
Okay. That was really good. Anyways. Do you think we truly have freedom, or do you think we're like shaped too much by our environment and like our circumstances of life?
I mean, we do have freedom. I think, like I said earlier, like you can literally do whatever you want. It's just like these societal rules that have been placed on us. Like we feel like we can't do things. But if you think about it realistically, like there are things that we can do literally anything we want, you know? Like I can go move out into the woods right now and like, I don't know, live life off the grid, but it's like, you know, based on like society, it's like how that's like it wouldn't be like deemed right by other people, you know? I think we do have freedom. It's just that like, you know, like
it has
capitalism.
Consequences.
Yeah, like capitalism, you know, we can't do things under that, but like I think we literally can do whatever we want. Like I can go rob a bank right now and be rich. But I can't. Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, but I think we do all have more freedom than we think.
Okay, beautiful. Oh my god, you already said this. I can't ask you this question anymore. If somebody grows up in a difficult situation, are they still fully responsible for who they become? You already said.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
okay, okay.
you're like reading my mind in the past.
I'm a genius.
Where should we draw the line between choice and circumstance? That's a really weird question. I don't know where I put that, but
it's okay. Do you mind if you elaborate a bit on that?
So I genuinely don't like. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking when I wrote this here.
It's okay.
Let's just skip this one. It's okay. Sorry, Professor.
Sorry, Professor.
Do you think people like genuinely act as if they were like responsible for themselves, or do you think like people don't think what they're doing about what they're doing most of the time?
I don't think people think about what they're doing most of the time. I don't know, I'm trying to think like let's say you call out someone for like, you know, being rude to your friend, you know? And they start coming up with all these excuses like, oh, I have ADHD, oh, I have this and that, oh, blah, 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 blah. It's like, and they don't like own up to their mistake. It's just like,
they blame it on something.
Yeah, they don't take responsibility for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that answer. I like that. That's a very like real life situation. Do you think some people have less responsibility than others, or are we like equally responsible for the things that happen to us, or like the things that we have to do in life?
So like people equally responsible as in like as like a whole, or like
yeah
okay,
as a whole.
Well, I'm thinking like children. Like, you know, I think, you know, they're little humans, you know, they need to be watched and cared for and taught things so that when they are older they can be responsible for themselves. So no, we're not all equally responsible. So
let's turn this question around. Do you think like people in general, like adults, have the same kinds of responsibilities, or do they not?
I mean, they should. I'm not thinking of any reason they shouldn't. I guess maybe in terms of disabilities, like maybe I don't know. Yes, I think yes. Yeah.
Okay, you're onto something.
Okay.
So if yes, do you think that challenges existentialism, like people, like some people having less responsibility than others, or damn, I don't know.
Okay, it's okay.
Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. Okay. Next part. Let's say, for example, let's say two people create their own meaning of life, and one chooses to help others, and the other one chooses to only benefit themselves.
Yeah.
If that were to be, in fact, like them creating their own meaning, would they be like both equally as valid, or would they not?
I guess, technically speaking, yes, but it's also like if that person that's, living life for themselves, if they're like harming others while in the process of benefiting themselves, it's like they can't be equally as valid, because it's like you don't matter more than other people, So it's like if you're like really hurting others just to benefit yourself, then I'm not gonna see that as valid,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it's a yes and no complicated question.
Okay. I was watching a YouTube video because I wanted to learn more about existentialism, and I heard that one of the philosophers had a student during that century, 18th century, and this student wanted to enlist in the military, but his mom was sick at home, and he had to decide between staying at home and taking care of his mom and making a big impact in her life in a single life, or joining the military and making little impact but like helping like the world in general. And I thought that was really interesting. And yeah.
Can I comment on that, or like?
Yeah, you can say.
So was that person like from America? Were they American?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
So honestly, they were, because the American military sucks, and you really think you're helping people, but you're not. You're making their lives worse by the things that the American military has done around the world. So I think he should have stayed his ass home and helped his mom, okay?
Yeah, I agree. But the thing is that no matter the choice he made, according to existentialism, the right choice was the one he made at the end, which I don't remember which choice he actually made.
Okay.
But there was no right choice until he actually made the choice.
Yeah.
So it's like Schrodinger's cat, like the cat in the box, who's like both dead and alive.
Yeah.
So like there's like no like, you're not absolutely certain which is the right choice until the choice is made. That's really good. Do you think meaning is built into this universe? Like, do you think this world was created with a purpose, or was it just casually an accident?
I think in terms of this world, I don't think we're the only living beings out there in the universe. I don't know, I think the universe was literally just created, just why not, big bang, whatever, just pretty casually, and I don't think there's any big meaning. It's I'm not really religious, but I do think there is something out there. I don't know what it is, but there is something out there that's watching all of us, and I agree. Yeah, I don't know if it's God or multiple of them, or I don't know, but I think there is someone out there watching us that created us, I guess, but that's it.
Do you think we'll know that answer when we die?
I hope so, because it's we're left on a cliffhanger. We're sitting at the edge of our seats waiting. It's we don't even get to figure it out. I'd like to think so, but I don't know. It's what is after death? I don't know. Is it just nothing? I don't know. But it's kind of comforting, because I die and I'm in heaven or hell. I don't, just put me to rest.
You wouldn't know. But,
yeah.
You wouldn't know. There is no actual certain answer for that. So even if meaning isn't built into this universe, could it still exist through human experience? Or I think human beings are very complicated. I think genuinely humans do give it meaning. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, they give it meaning. It's we're we were put here with no instructions, like you said. I think it's up to us to create our own lives and our own meaning. So yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, change it up.
Mm-hmm.
If there was no built-in meaning into this world, can like anything actually be wrong? Can like people do bad things, or can people do good things? Would it mean anything?
I think they still can do good and bad things. I think the example that I always use is like babies when they're like first born. Like obviously they can't speak, they don't know any languages, no nothing, they have no form of whatever. But like let's say a baby is like watching someone get beat up, like some guy is punching another person on the floor, straight beating them, and that person's like crying and stuff. That baby's gonna see it. It's gonna like hear the crying and see like the violence, and it's just gonna like know that it's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we all there is a good and a bad out there. I think especially like if you like hurt someone else, we can all see like from the outside, we can all see that's a bad thing to do. So I think it's important for people to know that we can't just do whatever we want just because we weren't put here with no meaning of life. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but we have the ability to reason,
Mm-hmm.
which is completely different from other animals, which does give us the power to like know what's wrong or right.
Yeah. So
I do agree with that. Okay. So what would be your take on all of this in general, like all of it put together?
I would say I'm gonna go to religion actually.
Okay.
I think people, whatever you believe in, just make sure to not be so extreme about it, because at the end of the day you don't really know. So obviously, like, I'm not gonna be offensive towards someone's religion because that's crazy, because it's their life, they have their own meaning, but it's like make sure you're not using it to impose it on others. I just wanted to say that. But in terms of everything, create your own meaning. We don't know why we're put here, so just thug it out for as long as you can. There is a good and a bad, so make sure you try and stay in the good. And yeah, I think just try and be a good person every day.
Okay, that's good. So, what do you think, like, someone who disagrees with you, what do you think that person would say if they were to say something to you with your take on all of this?
I think if they have something against being a bad person, then they need to be looked into psychologically. But if they disagree, as long as they're not harming anyone else or themselves, then what can I really do? But if they do disagree, then I feel like they are doing that in some sort of way. So, I don't know, I'm not going to fight them over it, but, just you do you.
Okay. Do you think your argument would, like, convince people to, like, change their minds?
I hope so. I'd hope that people that, maybe haven't had the best actions in the past, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm perfect, but I hope that they just try and better themselves, for themselves and everyone around them.
Okay, that's good. Interesting. Do you think our choices matter?
Yes, because we create meaning for ourselves.
Okay.
So
yeah.
If you make the wrong choice, then you're kind of screwing yourself over. So I'd say yes.
Okay, good. Why?
Why? I mean, we create meaning, right? So we have to make choices in life. If we make the wrong choices, then we're not like living up to our fullest potential. Like that, we set a standard for ourselves. We're making the wrong decisions. So it's like it's like self-sabotage, basically.
Oh, yeah. Okay, good. That was a good answer. If everything about who we are comes from our choices, I feel like I'm repeating things.
It's okay.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna read this question to you, and you're gonna tell me if I feel, because I feel like I already asked this question. If everything about who we are comes from our choices, does that mean you are fully responsible for who you become? Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Bye. Yeah, skip that.
Okay.
After all of this conversation, do you think your perspective has changed at all? Or, I don't know, whatever.
I don't think so. I think these are all kind of things that I've known deep down, but I guess I've never had a chance to like sit down and like actually say them out loud. So no, this is what I've always believed in.
Okay, good. Do you feel more certain or more uncertain about life's meaning?
I feel more certain about it. I like the explanations you gave in the beginning because it's like, at the end of the day, we don't know why we're here, so we might as well just create what we can. Okay. So, yeah.
Beautiful. Would you say this conversation was helpful or stressful?
I think it was helpful. I mean, I wasn't really sitting here panicking the whole time. I've had existential crises before, so I'm kind of used to it. This didn't give me one today. But yeah, I'd say it was useful.
Okay, beautiful. Oh, I had a question. What was it? What do you consider an existential crisis?
Just, I don't know. I think just sitting down and being like, why am I here? Like, what am I doing with my life? Because then you think about, like in terms of, right now, our age, okay, graduate college, get job, start a family, which, whatever. But, I think things like that, you, think about in the long run. It's like, do these things even really matter? Or was I just told to believe that they matter? Like, what matters to me, basically, not what society thinks matters.
Okay. How do you think, existentialism or whatever you think of it, the meaning of life, how do you think that has impacted your life?
I think it's hard, I think sometimes I'd wake up in college once again and be like, damn, what even is college? Do I really have to be here right now? I think it's hard, but I think at the end of the day, it also gave me clarity at the end of it, because, for example, in the beginning of the fall semester, I think a lot, college sucks, why am I here, what even, I don't like education, whatever, Not to say that education isn't important, because it very much is, but I just think that, that had that existential crisis, right? What is college? Mm-hmm. And at the end, for me, I created my own meaning. It wasn't just about the education, it was more about the opportunities I could get and the connections I can make with other people to help myself better in the future. So I think existential crises can lead you down the right path. Okay,
so that pushes you to think past what you're doing currently and think about your future and your choices. Okay.
Yes.
So in fact, would you say that existentialism or existential crisis is a good thing?
I think it can be. I think it really can be, because it forces you to think, what am I doing here? What is the meaning of life?
Yeah.
So I think it can be a good thing if you let it be, and not just don't wallow about the now. Think about the future. Yeah.
Got it. Well, with all of this, we are concluding the podcast.
Thank you so much. Oh my god, this is
wait.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
Oh.
Wait, come on.
Wow.
Yay!
This was fire.
Oh my god. Anyways, I think it's too short. I don't know.
Oh.
I think I have a reflection to do, so I'll just add that later.
Oh, okay.
So it's just me, myself, and I. So overall, when the semester started, I expected philosophy to just be about theories that didn't really apply to real life. But after the class, I realized that it actually shapes how we think about everything, especially ourselves. Probably the most eye-opening topic for me was, I guess you could say, existentialism, because it made me question how whether meaning is something we discover or we create, or like what is the meaning of life in general, which is very interesting. I thought it was a good topic to pick up for this project. I feel proud of how much I've grown in maybe thinking more deeply and asking better questions. Genuinely, I feel like I am more curious about things in general after this class, even though I still don't have the answers. So I think that's really cool. Some parts about this course like don't fully completely make sense to me, especially when different philosophers completely disagree with each other, like they contradict each other, and you're like, who do I believe, you or none of you, because you don't know what you're talking about. But I do feel smarter, I guess, not just academically but like mentally. I feel like, how do you say that, like how old people are when they've gone through like their whole lives, and they're smarter because they've gone through more life than you. Yeah, I feel more knowledgeable, and I think more critically too. I think the dialectic was successful, I think, because it felt more like a real conversation instead of just repeating information, which I kind of felt like I was, because I'm not gonna say my questions were all over the place, but they kind of were, because I just wanted to go like with the flow and try to make it sound natural and not like forced. And it was kind of hard to do that since I don't know, I've never done a talk show before. But if I could prove it, I would probably push even further into uncomfortable questions, maybe. But I feel like it's just hard with like, because I did it with only one person, and it wasn't like that easy to actually do it. After this course, I think the world feels more complex, but also more meaningful, because now I actually think about it, and now I relate everything to philosophy. I was watching this one horror movie, and I was like, wait, didn't the professor say something about this? And I kept like relating the whole movie to the class, and I think that's really cool, and I think that's what like makes me believe that the class actually made an impact on me. And I don't know, yeah. But this is me. This was very cool and interesting to make. It was really fun. I think the person I chose to answered the questions quite interestingly, and very, like, I really liked their answers. It was really good. So I would definitely do this again. In the future if I could ever take another class with Austin. But other than that, this was a really interesting project, and I'm glad I chose to do this, because I don't like writing papers, and this is way more interesting to do, because you actually like feel like you're making an impact on somebody's life by asking them these questions and making them like actually think about real life or any kind of concept that's abstract or we don't really have the answers to. So yeah, this would be me, and thank you so much. Have a great day.